Hey, my name is Laura. This is my first time posting a video on my YouTube channel. Um, don't know how it's going to go. A little bit nervous, but with God's help, I will make it through this. It'll be great. Turn that down a little bit. Hey Google, turn volume down to 2. What I'm going to talk about today is stargardt disease. I am now 40 years old, and I was diagnosed with stargardt disease when I was 14. It was devastating when I found out that I had it. You know, I had a car in the garage ready to drive that I'd gotten from my sister, and I would go out there every day, and get in the car and clean it, and all that good stuff, listen to music, and then I found out, or I was told by the doctors, that I would never be able to get a license, so I'd never be able to drive. At that age, when you hear something like that, it's devastating. As I have went through the years, I have, accepted the fact. Doesn't mean that I like it, but accepted the fact that there's certain restrictions that I have. So I want to kind of tell you about my day-to-day life living with stargardts. I have always wanted to be able to find somebody, or that's not the right word, but I've always wanted to be able to relate to somebody. We all have that in us. We want to be able to relate to somebody. And, of course, since stargardt disease is like 1 in a billion, it's very rare. I have never ran into anybody else that's had it. And, you want to feel that connection to know that there's people out there that struggle with the same thing that you struggle with and how they get through it. I don't ever remember having good vision. So, like, for somebody to, the way that people see normally is, I don't know anything about it. I don't know what's normal for somebody to see. So, sometimes that can cause problems as far as being able to understand what people see, and, for them to kind of understand what you see, it's two different things. Supposedly with stargardt disease, there is a blurry section in the middle of your eye, and so a lot of times I'll be looking, and y'all will notice as I do more videos on this, and do different stuff on here. Sometimes if I'm looking at somebody, and if I'm really trying to focus, you're trying to focus around that foggy area. So sometimes it looks like your eyes are doing funny things. I wear sunglasses a lot just because, not that it's something that bothers me, but, it does, I guess, a little bit. It does bother me a little bit. So, you'd have to be someone who is in my circle, or someone who knows me really well, I've lived with, or been around a lot. You would have to be one of those people to really know that I have this eye disease. Because I try to function on an everyday basis like a normal person. But what is normal today, I gotta cut the ums out. I'll get there, y'all. So, stargardt disease and where it has, what things that I have went through. Okay. Right now there's no cure out for stargardt disease. It is associated with macular degeneration. Macular degeneration is just known as an older person may get macular degeneration. Stargardt is a adolescent form of it. I have a lot of problems with, like, my cell phone. Finally, someone showed me a place on my cell phone that I could go to to change the accessibility on my cell phone. I used to, I still do send kind of crazy messages sometimes because sometimes that text to speech stuff, it just puts out whatever it wants. But it used to be really bad, especially when the phones first started, the smartphones and all that came out because, you had to push the number buttons a certain amount of times to get the right letters, and I was just trying to do it. But I was showing an app, or not an app, you just go into your accessibility section of your cell phone, and there will be, under accessibility now, I'm talking from an Android perspective. I like the Samsung brands. Coming from that, you go into accessibility, and then you go to the vision part. It'll have a vision section, and it's under that will be an option. You have to read what they are underneath. If maybe you get somebody to help you do that. When I get new things, I have to do that. I have to get people to help me set up the beginning of my process. Once I get the beginning of my process set up, then I'm okay. But anyway, accessibility, and what it does is you tap your device 3 times in a row quickly, and it's a touch to zoom. So, on my phone, I'm sitting here and I can touch to zoom, and look at my text messages, or I've got my font size at the highest you can get it. So there's no need to go out there and get these apps that are magnifiers, because they never end up doing what they're supposed to do. And, of course, you could also put the talk back on your phone if you need it, which is something that I will probably incorporate into some of my devices as the years go on, because it just makes it easier sometimes to be able to have it, spoke to you. What else? There also is the Commission for the Blind. I ended up getting help from the Commission of the Blind. The thing the Commission of the Blind helped me with was tools that I could use to help me see. They gave me a magnifier that was about this big, and it was an electric magnifier. You would plug it in as you do your phone with the same kind of cord as the Android. And, well, no, it was a different cord, my bad. But anyway, you plug it in the wall, and it charges. And this you would take and put on above your item, and it would change colors. So, maybe you have a blue background and then white writing, or black, whatever helps you. Because I noticed that the high contrast helps me a lot when I have the black background with, like, the white print on top. But they gave me that, which really helped me a lot. Unfortunately, I broke mine, and I wanted to go get another one from the Commission for the Blind, but they don't make them anymore. So I went on Amazon, and I just looked up, electric magnifiers or something like that on Amazon, and I went and I got another one, which it works pretty good. It's just a little different, so you got to get used to it, and it took me a long time to really realize, to get back on it and start using it, because I got so used to the other one. But if you're like me and you're struggling with stargardts, or, I don't like asking for help. If I can do something, I do it. I come across things such as I've came across, let me go back and let me think of what else the Commission for the Blind did for me before I do that. The Commission for the Blind also, they gave me like a caseworker that came to my house, and we'd go over like a plan that we wanted to do. One of my plans was, which I just, because of this coronavirus and just everything else, just life in general, I didn't go through with it yet, but it's something that I need to do. They will send you to school. It's a location, I believe it's on like their campus, one of their campuses or something, and you can go in there and you can get taught. They'll give you tools for you to be able to do your GD. Like they'll give somebody will read the questions to you or something like that. So it is possible to be able to get your any kind of diploma you want through them. They will help. They also will help you with a job if you want to venture out and go back to work. There are jobs out there that people that have visual impairments that they can do. Now, yeah, like me personally, I couldn't even go work somewhere like Burger King, McDonald's, because you have to see the screen in the back to be able to know what to make. I can't see that screen, and you have to be able to read the tickets when they print out to put the food in the bag. I couldn't see the cash register. And all this really didn't bother me. My vision didn't really was okay when I was 16 and 17 and 15 working at places like this. I could function and get around it. But as I have gotten older and different, situations and things that aren't healthy for you if you have Stargardt disease, like smoking. Smoking's not good. My vision has deteriorated some. But what I was told about it is it does deteriorate. Which I had I had one doctor tell me that they thought that everything would stay the same. And then I had one doctor tell me that, no, when you get older, it's going to get worse. So, I mean, it's like with anything, you try to take care of your health. I take vitamins for my eyes. What are they called? Oh my goodness, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, I take certain eye vitamins that I get at Walmart that helps, and that kind of stuff. But so coming up, it was okay. As I got older, and there's been times wouldn't do it today, but I have drove. There's been times that I've drove. I do better in areas that I know, that I'm really familiar with. I don't do this anymore. I don't drive. I made the mistake of getting, a moped at one time, and they're really dangerous. It about killed me. That's another topic though for another day. And so, I've just had to accept the fact that no, you're gonna have to Uber or you're gonna have to depend on somebody. And I don't like having to depend on people because you never know what their schedule is. That kind of thing. I like to try to do things on my own if I can do it. Luckily, there are things that you can get through the Medicare program if you qualify for them. They used to come pick me up and take me to my doctor's appointments, but with all the changes in our insurance and everything got switched around with Obama. I don't get those benefits anymore. I don't qualify for them, which is sad. But again, that's another topic. What else? What else, Laura? What else? Okay, things that I would have okay, the Commission of the Blind. Okay, I had a person come out, and she went over. I had a plan, and it's up to you to go through with that plan and all that, and they'll help you any way they can. This is a really good service. And I also went out one time to the Federation for the Blind, which I don't know a lot about the Federation for the Blind, which is something that I would like to really get involved with them. I actually went out one time with a church that I was going to and gave, I think it was Thanksgiving dinner out to the people there. So I kind of got to see the surroundings and kind of see the people that were in there. And, it's just a really loving community, with any kind of organization that's good or any kind of group like that. They give you support and it makes you feel like you're not alone in the world dealing with your vision. Okay. Federation for the Blind, Commission for the Blind. What other tools have I had? Okay, there's also another thing you can do. You can go through your local library. There's it's called Talking Books you can get. And they'll send you a thing. It looks kind of like something from way back, but it's not really. It's just a certain kind of tape that goes in it, and it's about this big. The box, and you put your tape in. They send your headphones with you. And they give you books that's got large print, or you can have your magnifier they'll tell you about and read. What books in there that you want to get, and they come to you, and you can listen to them on audio. I don't really use it that much anymore. I've went to Audible, and I get Audible books on there, but you can't find everything. I've had times when there was things that I couldn't find on there. So, that's when you got to reach out and do other things with it. I have a big projection screen that somebody gave me. Or it's just a bigger thing than like a little small magnifier like I was telling you about that you get this electric, that you can take with you anywhere. You can put it in your purse or you can put it, in your pocket or your jet, whatever. This one's bigger. And I haven't really used it that much, but I'm hanging on to it just to see if maybe I need it. And if not, then I'll give it to somebody who can use it. But it's a screen about this big, and It's kind of got rollers underneath it, and you roll it over, kind of like you do the small one, to be able to read stuff for bigger things. But like I said, I haven't used that. The Commission for the Blind sent me that when they couldn't get me another one of those magnifiers, but I had already went and bought a magnifier. But I said, yeah, sure, I'll take it and see, if I can use it. I gotta lay these down. I did good for about 2 months. Once you pick one up, it's over with. But I'll get there. I'll get there. Let's see here. Of course, I have a extra large TV because I've got to be able to see, and I got it right in front of my bed, so I can see. And I have to get up. I have to get up close to the screen still on my TV, though. There's this big screen TV, and here I am up on it, looking at the TV guide. It's just inconveniences that you go through having this thing. The small stuff that you come across, like not being able to read the back of a hamburger helper box, or like when I'm dealing with stoves. Once I get to know how a stove is set up, I remember the buttons, how they're set up, so I know which way's high, which way's low, and which one affects which burner. And of course, that's a little bit annoying. Microwaves give me a hard time, because all the microwaves that come out, they're all different. So microwaves give me a hard time. And, I don't mind help. I like to try to do it myself, and I can't stand it when I'm sitting there trying to do something. I don't want to say I can't stand it, but it kind of irks me when I'm sitting there trying to do something, and then I about got it, I'm figuring out how I can see it. Maybe I got this magnifier up on it, and, I'm like, well, I was about there. Could you give me just, like, maybe a couple more seconds, and I could have got it myself? But anyway, so that's that. What else? What kind of things do I come across that are a problem? And what really sucks is it's hard for people around you that you really want them to understand how you see. It's really, it can get aggravating, because you don't see like other people. You just don't. And so, unfortunately in my area, as far as like the bus line does not run where I'm at. It runs about 2 miles down the road, 3 miles down the road. But who wants to have to walk that? Now I understand, if you do what you got to do, if that's what you got to do. But I've been fortunate enough to not have to do that, and have family that does care, and friends and stuff that will help me. It just, I luckily with today's society, how everything's being ordered online and delivered to your house, I have done a lot of that, and it's really worked out for me. But as far as clothes, I've learned that it's not a good idea to get your clothes online, because you never know what you're going to get. Because then it's best to go out to the stores, and then I use my little magnifier that I have. If and it takes me so long to shop, because I want to look at everything, and I'm trying to get the best price of stuff, but it just takes me longer. So a lot of times I like to go to places by myself. It's nice to have somebody who's really willing and there to help you. Hey, I need an extra large in this. Don't spend over this much. That kind of thing. Then it helps to have somebody with you. But you can't always have people with you. So you just have to get around that. But yeah, ordering has helped some, because I can order some stuff. And that way I can go into, when I'm going through my phone and I'm ordering from these different places, I can magnify it, and I can see what I'm ordering and that kind of stuff. As of today, my vision is 2400 in both eyes. I can tell a difference from when I was younger, definitely. Like I said, there was other things that I could do then that I can't do now. But you got to understand, what people look like stargardt too is like somebody standing off over here, and what a normal person could see, just for instance, hey, they're flipping me the bird. You got somebody that's standing there flipping you the bird, and you're like, hey, they're flipping you off, that kind of thing. So You go through things like that, and I'll try to wear my sunglasses outside with dealing with the sun. You know, I try to make sure my eyes are protected from the sun. Um, so just taking care of, you know, what you can is really good. But you know, I just want to let y'all know that I really understand what it's like to go through this, and I did this video because I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to reach out and know that, or let people know that, hey, I'm here, I'm just like you know, and if you want to send me something in the comments or whatever, that's cool. I'll go back and look at them and try to answer them as best as I can. I don't know everything. I'm learning. Um, but today I'm dealing with it okay. I'm in a position today where I can, you know, but just like I said, I still have little agitations. Like right now, I need to go get some things from the store, and you know, if you ask somebody and they might not be able to take you, or might not want to get out in the COVID or something like that, you know, it gets frustrating because, you know, you can't go out and do those kind of things. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much because I know this was my first video and I want to see how it goes. I don't want to sit here and blabber because, you know, I don't want to, you get on some pages and you're watching them like, you're like, all right, get to what you're talking about. But yeah, stargardt is a hard disease to deal with. Macular degeneration is difficult, but you can make it through it. It could be a lot worse. I could be totally blind. I could have been born totally blind. You know, I could be deaf. You know, it could be a lot worse. So I just try to deal with what I got and pray to God and ask Him to lead me in the direction that He wants me in, and make sure that every day that I try to help somebody or I try to do something in His name. And that's another subject that we'll get on another time. But anyway, thanks for letting me share this with y'all, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye.